Hello, hello, welcome back. Today we are discussing this book entitled Freakonomics by Stephen D. Levitt and Stephen J. Dubner. Both Stevens, both spelt Stephen differently. And I'm sure you have all heard Freakonomics. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I've heard of Freakonomics because I'm in a business school right now and I have a couple of roommates that listen to the Freakonomics podcast. But I had always heard of this book, and I said, let's read it. And do you see this quote here on the front? It says, "Prepare to be dazzled." I wasn't dazzled. Malcolm Gladwell, author of The Tipping Point and Blink. Unfortunately, I did not really enjoy this book, and I wouldn't recommend it. Maybe the podcast is better because it's more up to date. It's more current. This was published in 2004, 207 pages, and I don't think I got it. Like, I don't get it. And I do get it, but I don't get it. You know what I mean? And maybe it's because I didn't like my econ class when I didn't like economics. And I know Stephen Levitt is not a economist in the normal sense. He just has the mind of an economist, which basically means he knows how to look at the right data and ask the right questions. But yeah, I don't know. Let's get into it though. The contents at the beginning, there are good snippets throughout, some good little sound bites. Like this one. If morality represents how people would like the world to work, then economics shows how it actually does work. Which is interesting, though, because... Never mind. Yeah, morality isn't the same everywhere. So if everybody had the same moral compass, would the economy show that? Maybe. They do call it the dismal science here in the explanatory notes. And it's organized in a way, like it's supposed to just be shocking. This book is supposed to be comparing or bringing together pop culture and economics. And like, for example, chapter 1, what do school teachers and sumo wrestlers have in common? Chapter 2, how is the Ku Klux Klan like a group of real estate agents? Number 3, why do drug dealers still live with their moms? Number 4, where have all the criminals gone? Number 5, what makes a perfect parent? And number 6, perfect parenting, part 2. Or, would a Rashonda by any other name smell as sweet? It's just like, I think they're just trying to compare like two things. And they're wanting like a shock factor or like a, tell us what sumo wrestlers and teachers have in common. When it's like, I don't really care that much. And the answers aren't that interesting. For example, school teachers and sumo wrestlers both cheat. What? That's what they have in common. And I feel like a lot of this book, and maybe it is because it's a beginner's level understanding of econ book, it's just kind of common sense. Like, I'll read a couple that are just common sense. Knowing what to measure and how to measure it makes a complicated world much less so. Thank you for that. People respond strongly to strong incentives. Thank you. And then there's like this whole like, for a man, having red hair or curly hair is a downer, as is baldness, but a shaved head is okay. For a woman, salt and pepper hair is bad, while blonde hair is very good. Like, yeah. It's like kind of like BuzzFeed article titles. I don't know why. I don't even know what that means. I just said it. The answer lies in finding the right data. You know what? I needed a PhD in economics to know that. Okay, and then 2 other snippets that aren't about like just the common sense part of this book, but just I don't know if cringy is the right word. I feel like people my age overuse that word. But you could maybe go so far as to say, quote, "So if sumo wrestlers, school teachers, and daycare parents all cheat, are we to assume that mankind is innately and universally corrupt? And if so, how corrupt? The answer may lie in ... bagels." The answer doesn't lie in bagels. The answer lies in a story that includes bagels. Now for another unlikely question. What did crack cocaine have in common with nylon stockings? Tell us! We wanna know! No, it's just kind of dumb. I didn't enjoy. But the good thing is that it's only 207 pages long. And maybe I don't get it. So if somebody really likes this book and wants to explain in the comments, I'd love that explanation. Be my new econ professor. That's my review on Freakonomics. I would not recommend, but I have heard the podcast is fairly good. That's from my roommate. And my roommate has pretty good taste. So, everything's subjective. You know what I mean? Freakonomics, a rogue economist explores the hidden side of everything. Anyway, join me next time. And I can't even remember what my next book is, but join me and let's dive into it together. This has been Carson Reads. It's called Carson Reads because I'm Carson. I read. Ciao.